Have you ever felt a strange warmth or tingling in your hands? Maybe you've noticed that when you touch someone who's hurting, they seem to feel better. If so, you might be carrying a hidden power in your hands without even knowing it. This isn't just any ordinary power. It's a special gift that some people have. We call these people chosen ones, and their hands can do amazing things. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds like something from a movie or a book. But here's the thing. This power is real, and it's been around for a very long time. People all over the world have talked about it, from ancient healers to modern-day spiritual teachers. And the most exciting part? You might be one of these chosen ones yourself. Imagine being able to help people feel better just by using your hands. Or picture yourself feeling more connected to the world around you, all because of the energy flowing through your fingertips. This isn't magic or make-believe. It's a kind of spiritual power that some people can tap into, and it can change lives in big ways. But here's the catch. Many people who have this gift don't even know about it. They might feel something special in their hands sometimes, but they brush it off as nothing important. Or maybe they've never felt anything at all because they haven't learned how to notice it yet. That's why we're talking about this today. Because if you have this power, you deserve to know about it. And if you learn how to use it, you could do some pretty amazing things. Now, you might be wondering, why should I care about this hand power thing? Well, let me tell you why it's so important. First off, if you have this power and you don't know about it, you're missing out on something really special. It's like having a superpower but never using it. You could be walking around with the ability to help yourself and others, but not taking advantage of it. Think about it this way. Have you ever wished you could do more to help when someone you care about is in pain? Or maybe you felt stuck in your own life, wanting to grow and change but not knowing how. This power in your hands could be the key to all of that. It's not just about making aches and pains go away, although that's pretty cool too. It's about connecting with yourself and the world around you in a deeper way. But it's not just about what you might be missing out on. Understanding this power could open up a whole new world for you. Imagine feeling more in tune with your body, more aware of the energy around you. Picture yourself having a tool that you can use anytime, anywhere, to help yourself feel better or to support others. That's what this hand power can do for you. And here's something really exciting. By learning about this power, you might discover that you're one of these chosen ones we're talking about. Now, don't worry, being a chosen one doesn't mean you have to go on some dangerous quest or save the world, unless you want to, of course. It just means you have a special gift that you can use to make your life and the lives of people around you a little bit better. But even if you're not sure if you have this power, learning about it is still super important. Why? Because it can change the way you see the world. It can help you understand that there's more to life than what we can see with our eyes or touch with our hands. There's a whole world of energy out there, and learning about this hand power is like getting a peek behind the curtain. Plus, the more people who know about this power, the more good we can do in the world. Imagine if lots of people learned how to use their hands to spread healing and positive energy. The world could become a much nicer place, don't you think? So, whether you think you might have this power or you're just curious about it, stick around. Because what you learn here could change your life in ways you never expected. Okay, so we've been talking about chosen ones and this special power in hands. But what does all of that really mean? Let's break it down in a way that's easy to understand. First, let's talk about these chosen ones. Now, this isn't like being picked for a sports team or winning a contest. When we say chosen ones, we're talking about people who have a natural ability to work with energy. It's like how some people are naturally good at math or music. These chosen ones have a knack for feeling and directing the energy that's all around us. But what do we mean by energy? Well, everything in the world is made up of energy. It's in the trees, the rocks, the air, and yes, in us too. Most of the time, we can't see this energy, but it's there. And some people, our chosen ones, can feel it and even work with it, especially through their hands. Now, let's talk about this hand power. Imagine your hands are like special antennas. Just like an antenna on a radio can pick up signals from the air, the hands of chosen ones can pick up and send out energy. This energy can do all sorts of things. It can help ease pain, calm emotions, or even help plants grow better. But here's the really cool part. This power isn't some kind of magic trick. It's actually something that many people believe has been around for thousands of years. In lots of different cultures, there are stories about people who could heal with their hands or who could feel the energy of the world around them. Today, we might use different words to describe it, but the idea is the same. So, how does this power work? Well, it's all about the energy we talked about earlier. Chosen ones can feel this energy more strongly than other people. When they focus, they can direct this energy through their hands. It's a bit like how you can feel heat coming off a radiator, even if you're not touching it. The energy from a chosen one's hands can have effects even without physical touch. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds a bit strange. And that's okay. It's not something we talk about every day. But think about it this way. Have you ever felt better after someone gave you a hug? Or have you noticed how a gentle touch can calm a crying baby? Those are simple examples of how energy can pass from one person to another through touch. The power in the hands of chosen ones is like that, but stronger. They can use this energy in more focused ways. Some might use it to help ease headaches or sore muscles. Others might use it to help people feel more relaxed or to think more clearly. There are even people who use this energy to help plants grow better or to calm anxious pets. But here's something really important to remember. Being a chosen one with this hand power doesn't make someone better than anyone else. It's just a different kind of ability, like being good at cooking or fixing cars. And just like any other skill, it takes practice to get better at using it. Also, you don't have to be born with super strong powers to be a chosen one. Sometimes, the ability is there, but it's very subtle. It might take time and practice to notice it and learn how to use it. That's why learning about this power is so important. It helps people recognize if they have this ability, even if it's not very strong at first. So, whether you think you might be a chosen one or you're just curious about this whole idea, there's a lot to learn. Understanding this power can open up a new way of looking at the world and at yourself. It's about realizing that we're all connected by this invisible energy, and some people have the special ability to work with it through their hands. In the next part of our talk, we'll look at some signs that might show you have this power. We'll also talk about how you can start to develop it, even if you're not sure you have it yet. Because remember, this isn't about being special or different. It's about discovering a part of yourself that you might not have known was there. And who knows? You might find out that you've had this amazing ability in your hands all along. This script covers the first 3 sections of the outline in depth, using simple language to explain complex concepts. It's engaging and informative, setting the stage for the rest of the video. The content is written in paragraph form without suggesting specific scenes or clips, allowing for flexibility in video production. Certainly, I'll continue the script with the next 3 sections from the outline, maintaining the same easy-to-understand language and engaging style. Now that we understand what this hand power is all about, you might be wondering, do I have it? Well, there are some signs that could show you're one of these chosen ones. Let's talk about what to look out for. First, pay attention to your hands. Do they sometimes feel warm for no reason? It might feel like you're holding a warm cup of tea, even when you're not. This warmth isn't from exercise or being in a hot room. It's a special kind of warmth that comes from inside your hands. Another sign is a tingling feeling. It's like when your foot falls asleep, but gentler and not uncomfortable. You might feel this tingling in your palms or fingertips. Sometimes it can feel like a soft buzzing or a light electrical current. Some people with this power say they feel a pulling sensation in their hands. It's as if their hands are being gently tugged towards other people or certain objects. This might happen when someone near you is in pain or feeling strong emotions. Here's another interesting sign. Your hands might feel different when you're near plants or animals. You might notice that plants seem to perk up when you touch them, or animals might calm down quickly when you pet them. Sometimes, people with this power feel a pulsing in their hands. It's not like a heartbeat, but more like gentle waves of energy moving through their palms. This pulsing might get stronger when you think about helping someone or when you're in a calm, quiet place. Now, don't worry if you haven't felt any of these things. Some people with this power don't notice these signs at first. It can take time and practice to become aware of them. And even if you haven't felt anything yet, that doesn't mean you can't develop this power. It's also important to know that having these feelings in your hands doesn't always mean you have this special power. Sometimes, these sensations can be caused by other things. For example, tingles in your hands could be from sitting in one position for too long, or warmth could be from the weather or your body temperature changing. The key is to pay attention to when and how often these feelings happen. If you notice them a lot, especially when you're thinking about helping others or feeling very calm, that could be a sign of this special power. Remember, everyone's experience with this power can be different. You might feel all of these signs, or just one or two. You might feel them strongly, or they might be very subtle. There's no right or wrong way to experience this power. So, take some time to notice your hands. Pay attention to how they feel in different situations. You might be surprised at what you discover. And even if you don't notice anything right away, keep an open mind. This power can develop over time, and being aware is the first step. Now that we've talked about the signs of this power, let's dive into how it actually works. Don't worry, we'll keep it simple and easy to understand. Think of your body as a big battery. It's full of energy, just like everything else in the world. This energy is always moving around inside you. For most people, this energy just does its thing without them noticing. But for chosen ones, it's different. They can feel this energy more clearly, and they can even direct it. The hands play a special role in this. They're like the output points for this energy. Imagine your hands are like the nozzle on a garden hose. The energy is like the water, and your intention, what you want to do with the energy, is like turning the tap on and off. When a chosen one wants to use their power, they focus their thoughts on what they want to do. This is a bit like turning on the tap. The energy starts to flow more strongly through their body and out through their hands. This is why chosen ones often feel those warm or tingly sensations we talked about earlier. But it's not just about sending energy out. Chosen ones can also take in energy through their hands. This is why some people with this power can sense things about others just by being near them or touching them lightly. It's like their hands are reading the energy around them. Now, you might be wondering, what does this energy actually do? Well, it can do quite a lot. When directed with good intentions, this energy can help balance and heal. For example, if someone has a headache, a chosen one might be able to ease the pain by placing their hands near the person's head. The energy from their hands can help soothe and relax the tense areas causing the pain. This energy can also help with emotional issues. Have you ever felt better after a hug from a friend? That's partly because of the emotional connection, but it's also because of the energy exchange. Chosen ones can do this more powerfully. Their energy can help calm anxiety, lift low moods, or even help someone feel more confident. Some chosen ones use their power to help plants grow better. They might hold their hands near a plant, sending it energy. This can help the plant become stronger and healthier. It's like giving the plant a little extra sunlight, but with energy instead of light. It's important to understand that this power doesn't replace medical treatment or professional help. Instead, it works alongside these things. It's a complementary way of supporting health and well-being. One really important thing to remember is that the energy follows the intention of the chosen one. This means that if a chosen one wants to help and heal, that's what the energy will do. The power itself isn't good or bad. It all depends on how it's used. Also, using this power doesn't drain the chosen one's physical energy. In fact, many people say they feel more energized after using their power to help others. It's like the more they use it, the stronger it becomes. Learning to use this power takes practice and patience. It's not about forcing the energy to do what you want. Instead, it's about learning to feel the energy and gently guide it. Many chosen ones say it's like learning to play a musical instrument. At first, it might feel awkward and nothing much happens. But with practice, it becomes more natural and effective. Now that we understand how this power works, let's talk about some ways you can use it. Whether you're sure you have this gift, or you're just starting to explore it, there are many simple ways to put it into practice. One of the easiest ways to start is by using your hands to calm and soothe. If you or someone you know is feeling stressed or anxious, Try this. Rub your hands together for a few seconds to warm them up. Then, place your hands gently on your shoulders or chest, or the shoulders of the person you're helping, if they're comfortable with that. Close your eyes and imagine calm, peaceful energy flowing from your hands. Many people find this simple act very relaxing. Another way to use this power is for minor aches and pains. Let's say you have a small headache. Place your hands on your forehead or the back of your neck. Focus on sending soothing energy to the area that hurts. Imagine the pain dissolving or flowing away. Remember, this isn't a replacement for medicine if you really need it, but it can be a nice way to help yourself feel better. You can also use this power to help plants. If you have houseplants or a garden, try spending a few minutes each day near your plants with your hands open, palms facing the plants. Imagine sending them energy to help them grow strong and healthy. You might be surprised at how well they respond over time. For animal lovers, this power can be a great way to connect with pets. The next time you're petting your dog or cat, pay extra attention to the energy in your hands. Imagine sending calm, loving energy through your hands as you stroke their fur. This can be especially helpful for anxious or stressed animals. Some people use this power to charge objects with positive energy. For example, you might hold a small stone in your hands for a few minutes each day, imagining it filling up with calming energy. Then you can carry this stone with you as a source of comfort when you need it. If you're feeling low on energy yourself, you can use this power for a quick pick-me-up. Hold your hands in front of you, palms facing each other but not touching. Imagine energy building between your palms, like a ball of light. When you feel ready, slowly bring your hands towards your chest, imagining that you're bringing that energy into your body. Many people find this energizing. For those who are more advanced in using this power, you might try using it to support your goals and intentions. For example, if you're working towards a personal goal, you could write it down on a piece of paper. Then, hold the paper between your hands and imagine filling it with energy that will help make your goal a reality. Some chosen ones use their power to create a protective energy field around themselves or others. To try this, imagine a bubble of warm, safe energy extending out from your hands to surround you. This can help you feel more secure and centered in challenging situations. You can also use this power to enhance your meditation or relaxation practices. As you sit quietly, place your hands palms up on your legs. Imagine energy flowing up from the earth, through your body, and out through your hands. This can help you feel more grounded and connected. Remember, when using this power, always start with good intentions. The energy responds to what you want to achieve, so focus on positive outcomes. Also, it's important to respect others. Always ask for permission before using your hands to help someone else. As you explore these different ways of using your hand power, pay attention to how you feel. You might notice that some methods feel more natural or effective for you than others. That's perfectly normal. Everyone's experience with this power is unique. Don't get discouraged if you don't see dramatic results right away. Like any skill, this takes time and practice to develop. The key is to keep an open mind and to practice regularly. Even if you only spend a few minutes each day working with this energy, you'll likely start to notice changes over time. And remember, using this power should feel good. If you ever feel uncomfortable or drained, take a break. This power is meant to help and heal, not to wear you out. With patience and practice, you'll find the ways of using this gift that work best for you. This continuation covers sections 4 to 6 of the outline, discussing the signs of having this power, how it works, and ways to use it. The content maintains an engaging and informative tone while using simple language to explain complex concepts. It provides practical examples and encourages exploration and practice, making the information accessible to a general audience. Certainly, I'll continue with the remaining sections from the outline and add a conclusion, maintaining the same easy-to-understand language and engaging style. Now that we've talked about what this power is and how to use it, let's focus on how you can develop it. Whether you felt this power strongly or you're just starting to explore it, there are simple ways to make it stronger. First, let's talk about a basic exercise that can help you feel the energy in your hands. Start by rubbing your hands together for about 30 seconds. This creates friction and warmth. Now, Slowly pull your hands apart, as if you're stretching an invisible rubber band between them. Pay attention to what you feel. You might notice a tingling sensation, or it might feel like there's a ball of energy between your palms. This simple exercise helps you become more aware of the energy in and around your hands. Another great way to develop your power is through regular meditation. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably and focus on your breathing. As you relax, bring your attention to your hands. Imagine them filling with warm, glowing energy. You might even visualize this energy as a color. Practice this for just a few minutes each day, and you'll likely start to notice your sensitivity to energy increasing. Practicing gratitude can also boost your hand power. Each day, take a moment to hold your hands over your heart and think of 3 things you're thankful for. As you do this, imagine feelings of love and appreciation flowing through your hands. This not only helps strengthen your ability to direct energy, but it also puts you in a positive state of mind, which is important for using this power effectively. Spending time in nature is another excellent way to develop your hand power. Trees, in particular, are great for this. Find a tree you're drawn to and place your hands on its trunk. Close your eyes and imagine exchanging energy with the tree. You might visualize giving and receiving energy through your hands. This practice can help you become more sensitive to subtle energies around you. Remember, developing this power is a journey. It's not about reaching a specific destination, but about growing and learning every day. Be patient with yourself and celebrate small progress. Even if you only practice for a few minutes each day, you're still moving forward. As you explore and develop your hand power, you might face some challenges. Don't worry, this is normal and part of the learning process. Let's talk about some common challenges and how to overcome them. One of the biggest challenges people face is doubt. You might wonder if you're really feeling energy or if it's just your imagination. This is a normal thought, especially when you're just starting out. The key is to keep an open mind and keep practicing. Even if you're not sure, act as if it's real. Over time, as you have more experiences and possibly see results, your confidence will grow. Another challenge is consistency. It's easy to get excited and practice a lot at first, but then life gets busy and you forget. To overcome this, try to make your practice a habit. Set a specific time each day for your energy work, even if it's just for 5 minutes. You could do it right after you wake up or before you go to bed. The important thing is to make it a regular part of your routine. Some people find it hard to focus when they're working with energy. Your mind might wander, or you might get distracted easily. This is totally normal. When this happens, gently bring your attention back to your hands and the energy you're working with. Don't get frustrated with yourself. Learning to focus is part of the process. You might also face skepticism from others. Not everyone understands or believes in this kind of energy work, and that's okay. You don't need to convince anyone. This is your personal journey. If someone is negative about it, you can simply say that it's something you're exploring for yourself and change the subject. Sometimes, people worry that they're not seeing dramatic results. Remember, energy work is often subtle. The changes might be small at first, or they might happen in ways you don't immediately notice. Keep a journal of your experiences and feelings. Over time, you might start to see patterns or changes that you didn't notice day to day. Lastly, some people worry about using this power correctly. They're afraid of doing something wrong or causing harm. Remember, this energy responds to your intentions. As long as your intentions are good and you're coming from a place of wanting to help, you don't need to worry. Start small, be gentle, and trust yourself. Now, let's look at some real-life examples of how people have used this hand power. These stories can help you understand how this energy can work in everyday situations. First, there's Sarah's story. Sarah had always been good with plants, but she didn't know why. One day, she learned about this hand power and decided to try it out on her houseplants. She started spending a few minutes each day holding her hands near her plants, imagining energy flowing to them. After a few weeks, she noticed her plants looked healthier than ever. Some even started blooming out of season. Sarah realized she had been unknowingly using her hand power all along, and now that she was doing it consciously, the results were even better. Then there's Michael, who used to get terrible headaches. He learned about using hand power for pain relief and decided to give it a try. Whenever he felt a headache coming on, he would place his hands on his temples and imagine soothing energy flowing from his palms. At first, he didn't notice much difference, but after practicing for a few weeks, he found that his headaches became less frequent and less intense. When he did get them, he could often ease the pain with his hands instead of always reaching for medicine. Another interesting example is Emma's experience with animals. Emma volunteered at a local animal shelter and often worked with scared or anxious dogs. After learning about hand power, she started using it when interacting with the animals. She would imagine calm, loving energy flowing from her hands as she petted the dogs. To her surprise, she found that even some of the most nervous dogs would relax more quickly when she used this technique. The shelter staff even started asking her to work with the more difficult cases because of her magic touch with animals. Lastly, there's the story of David, who used hand power to help his garden thrive. David had always struggled to keep his vegetables growing well. But after learning about energy work, he started spending time each day in his garden with his hands open, imagining nurturing energy flowing into the soil and plants. That year, he had his best harvest ever. His neighbors were amazed at how healthy and abundant his plants were, even though he hadn't changed anything else about his gardening routine. These stories show how hand power can be used in simple, everyday ways. It's not about performing miracles, but about making small, positive changes in your life and the lives of those around you. We've taken quite a journey together, exploring the amazing power that some people hold in their hands. We've learned that this isn't some kind of magic trick or supernatural ability. Instead, it's a natural energy that flows through all of us. But some people, our chosen ones, have a special ability to feel and direct this energy. We've talked about the signs that might show you have this power, like feeling warmth or tingling in your hands. We've explored how this energy works, flowing through your body and out through your hands, guided by your intentions. We've looked at different ways you can use this power, from easing pain to helping plants grow, and even calming animals. We've also discussed how to develop this power through simple exercises and daily practices. Remember, it's not about becoming a superhero overnight. It's about slowly becoming more aware of the energy around and within you, and learning to work with it in positive ways. We've addressed some of the challenges you might face as you explore this ability, like dealing with doubt or staying consistent in your practice. And we've seen real-life examples of how people have used this power to make small but meaningful changes in their lives. As we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Whether you feel this power strongly or you're not sure if you have it at all, you have the ability to make a positive impact in the world. This hand power is just one way of doing that. The most important thing is your intention to help and heal. So, I encourage you to stay curious. Pay attention to your hands. Try out some of the exercises we've talked about. Keep an open mind and see what happens. You might be surprised at what you discover about yourself and the world around you. Remember, this journey is personal. There's no right or wrong way to experience or develop this power. What matters is that you approach it with good intentions and a willingness to learn. Thank you for exploring this fascinating topic with me. I hope you found it interesting and maybe even inspiring. Who knows? You might be one of these chosen ones, with the power to make a real difference right in the palms of your hands. Keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep using your gifts, whatever they may be, to spread a little more light in the world. This final part of the script covers the remaining sections from the outline, including developing the power, overcoming challenges, and real-life examples. It also includes a conclusion that ties everything together and encourages the audience to explore their own potential. The content maintains an engaging and informative tone while using simple language to explain complex concepts, making it accessible to a general audience.